like my first crush was in Venezuela when I went to like remember I went to a party like one of my first parties. I must have been like 10 or 11. I don't know. I remember like there was this girl. I was like I went like dumb, and like I remember one of my friends was like, he's like, oh, you like her? I was like, yeah, and he's like, all right, I'll introduce you to her, and I was like, okay. So then he comes in and he's like, hey, what's your name? To the girl. I was like, and I was like, you don't know her? And then he's like, I think her name was Daniela. It's like, Daniela, it's Francisco. And then he left, and I'm like,
oh, that's not a favor at all. He's not vouching for anybody.
No, of course, he didn't know anybody.
What a shit move that is.
But
Because you have to know the person intimately.
Of
so
course.
that you trust me, and I like this guy.
Yeah.
Here he is.
But then obviously, and then I remember like another thing. I remember like I was like looking at it was like one of those weird crushes when I was like looking at the girl dance, and I remember I was like, one of my friends came, I was like, get out of here, man, you're messing up my vibe. Just staring at the girl like, dude, I was like it's like typical like.
Maybe she's into creepy guys, man. Just let me do my thing. I think, and that goes to this example that traumatized me. I'd like to say I'm over it, but here I am talking about it on a podcast 20 years later. Yeah. So they brought in, for Valentine's Day, and this is about 5 days before Valentine's Day, it was kind of like, kids, Valentine's Day's coming. We've got a matchmaker, and they made us fill out a questionnaire form.
So what? A person that was a matchmaker?
They had this, like it was like we had to fill out these details, biographical details, like what do you like, birthday, and what's your favorite show, and all that kind of stuff.
Got it.
And then they went, and then they gave it to these people, and they matched us.
Okay.
So then on Valentine's Day, they would go, kids, the results are back.
Got it.
And I'm like,
already bad idea, by the way.
Already a
horrible
idea.
Whoever that teacher is like doesn't know how to teach because he's like, somebody's gonna be left out.
So I'm like 16 years old.
This was
super
like when
awkward.
you were like a junior or sophomore.
Yeah, it's like grade 11 or 12.
Yeah,
that's a nightmare.
I'm gonna say grade.
Yeah,
11.
that's
I'm
horrible.
gonna say grade
I mean,
11
you do
because
that
I hope
either
I
when they're
had-
like in kindergarten. That's when you do that thing.
Yeah.
Not when like 16 years old, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horrible decision for that school.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say I hope I had my girlfriend by Valentine's Day in grade 12 in my graduating year. So I think it was the year before that, and I filled out the form, but the match came back, and I matched with the most popular girl in school.
right.
But that's not good.
Why?
That's bad because I just got bullied by the popular guys. Like one of them wanted to fight me. It was the one who was her boyfriend and shit.
Like that
he
match
wanted to
meant
fight
you were
me.
gonna marry her.
They
or
all,
something,
it was
By the way,
ridiculed.
we're writing this movie.
And then I
We're
was
writing
like,
this
I was mocked. Like somebody wrote on the blackboard, like, hey, Jason Whitehead thinks he's amazing, kind of thing, because I matched with this girl, and I'm like, I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I just filled
But
out your little fucking
did the girl
form.
came in like
She was kind of nice to me, but at the same time, she was also, nobody really consoled me over it. I just felt like I got bullied basically for the rest of February because because my match came back and it was a popular girl.
just because you matched somebody.
Just because I matched somebody. But that's because, but it was
So
mostly,
whenever
I
you-
mostly remember the boys. I mostly remember the popular boys being dicks.
Because they were
to me.
jealous.
It was
Yeah,
like
man,
they were
all
jealous.
wanted
It was
to
a
match
way
They
to
were
be an
insecure and they
asshole
were
to me.
jealous.
Yeah,
this
and
is
it was probably just something stupid, like we liked the same TV show or something.
yeah.
Or,
But
or
the
she
beauty
liked the
about
Montreal
that-
Canadiens, and I like the Montreal Canadiens, and nobody else liked that hockey team or something.
The beauty about that
stupid.
is like it's just like when you look at it back, you're like, you wish you had like the maturity that you have now. Because if that happens, you'd be like, you're just fucking losers because I didn't match. Fuck you, I'm gonna fuck her, man.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? Whoa, JJ's talking back, man.
Well, that's kind of the thing that turned me into a stand-up comedian. Is because of all the traumatic events of my high school years and all the awkwardness.
Yeah.
That's why
course.
we become comics, so that we can finally express ourselves.
Yeah, of
take
course.
control of these little
Insecurity
stories.
or whatever.